Chrystia Freeland was supposed to address the UN General Assembly today. Instead, she has cancelled, citing the difficult NAFTA talks taking place this weekend. It was meant to be a high-profile speech, part of Canada's effort to raise its profile on the world stage. This as our country fights for a seat at the Security Council. The CBC's Melissa Kent is at the UN with more on Freeland's postponement.
Well, this is what we know. Canada's Foreign Affairs Minister Chrystia Freeland was scheduled to speak today. At around 11 a.m., we received word that Canada had switched its speaking slot for Monday, and we were told that it was because of the ongoing NAFTA negotiations. Then CBC learned that because of those trade talks, it's quite likely not going to be Minister Freeland delivering Canada's keynote address on Monday to the UN General Assembly. It could be the ambassador here, Marc-André Blanchard, or another minister. Chrystia Freeland is, of course, the minister leading Canada's NAFTA negotiations team. She cut short her trip to Europe last month to travel to Washington for this latest phase of the talks, and has been in Washington every week until this week, when she was here in New York for the annual UN General Assembly. She returned to Canada Thursday evening, and what we're being told is that for now there are no plans for her to return to Washington, but that she is actively engaged in the ongoing negotiations, and that for now she'll be doing that by phone from Ottawa. Canada has been saying from the start that it would not be pressured into a deal that is bad for Canada, that it was looking for a good deal, not just any deal. And of course, these negotiations have led to some well-publicized remarks by U.S. President Trump, disparaging the Prime Minister and the negotiating team.
And our thanks to Melissa Kent at the United Nations in New York. Well, the federal government's decision to postpone Freeland's speech shows how crucial this weekend is in terms of NAFTA talks. The U.S. wants a deal done by Sunday night, but Freeland and the Prime Minister have said repeatedly that they will not sign an agreement that's not good for Canadians. Brian Stewart is a foreign affairs expert, also a former CBC senior correspondent, and he says the whole world is watching these NAFTA talks.
I think Canadians tend to underestimate just how much media play, attention, this is getting around the world. For all number of countries are saying to themselves, if America can turn around and treat its oldest friend, its neatest friend this way, what can it do to us down the road? So there's a great interest from China all the way through Europe in how Canada will handle this moment. An enormous pressure on our Prime Minister and on Freeland.
Donald Trump has made it known, without naming her, that he's not crazy about Chrystia Freeland. How would you assess her time as foreign minister? Because some people would think that perhaps she should use more kid gloves, considering how crucial a time, as you say, we are in right now.
Yes, there is true. There is a body that thinks she spreads herself too thin and uses strong language. There's another body, her enormous admirers, that think she's the most outstanding foreign minister in the world today and really should speak a punch above Canada's weight in the ring, and she's very happy to do that.